Okay, I just had to grab my microphone real quick and get situated. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. This is a reading for all of the elements, all of the signs, and this is to let you know what is happening for the time between now and the end of this year. So I'm going to start with the water signs, and this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So Spirit, what are the messages that you have for water signs? About the end of their year, what they can expect right now. I don't want you guys to get distracted by the light over there. One more, please. Oh, that's too many. Need one more. And it will take a little bit of time. So if you guys don't have time to watch it on the live, you can watch it on the playback video. This is just going to take a little bit more time since I'm shuffling on camera. But one more card, please, Spirit, for the water signs. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have Four of Wands. So I'm seeing this for the water signs, like by the end of this year, you're going to reach a point of achievement for yourself. Like this could be something personal that no one else knew about. This could be, for some of you, this could be about you applying for something or going for something that you really just wanted to do. And you find out that you get good news by the end of this year, like you got accepted or approved for something. And like I said, it's going to be something that you're just doing for yourself and you didn't necessarily tell other people about it. And then for others of you, I think this is like a personal achievement, just about something that you've been going through for a long time. when it comes to what you feel like you've been fighting for in your life and what you feel like you've been trying to achieve. But for some of you, it's like you've been feeling like you've been sitting on the sidelines for a very long time, watching others like get what you want, basically. And you were never in a space where you were hating or you were like envious or jealous or anything like that of what other people get. Like you were always being patient, waiting your turn. For some of you, you have broken down and cried about it. But I feel like you're reaching the point that you need to, for your growth, for your maturity, reaching another level in your life in general. Water signs, because you've just been working so very hard for it throughout your entire journey. And some of you have gotten extremely tired on your journey. So I feel like you're going to be picking yourself up by the time this year, ends. You're going to be in another headspace, so much more calm, so much more mature, and so much, more ready for what's next for you going into the next year. We have the Hanged Man underneath that. So I do get like it's a change in your perspective that is taking place with the Hanged Man underneath. And this is you like getting ready to get yourself out of this space that you've been stuck in. For some of you, you've been stuck in like some sort of rut. So I do feel like you're going to get past that, especially if you've been feeling alone and isolated with the Three of Cups. Like you're really going to be into surrounding yourself with other like-minded people and other people in general. And then if you're the first message related to you as far as you um going for something and achieving something on your own, like I see that you're going to come together and tell other people about it. And then they're going to come together and celebrate with you as well. And then we have the Fool underneath that card. So this is about you being prepared of what's next, starting your new journey, moving ahead, feeling like you can finally take risk and move forward and achieve something that that you have taken risk on. So that's just the energy of this reading. So we also have the Ten of Cups. And from the Ten of Cups, this is also giving me like you're very mature and very aware of where you are present day, and you're not allowing your past to pull you back anymore. And I just feel like when it comes to your security, especially your inner growth and inner security, I feel that you're going to be feeling a lot more sure about yourself and a lot more sure about the people that you want to surround yourself with. And especially when it comes to family. And some of you by the end of this year are going to be thinking more along the lines of starting your own family outside of your blood family, or you're really going to be into things about community, about humanity, about coming together with other people, maybe starting some type of community project as well. Um, there's something about children, maybe somebody realizing that they want to be a teacher or a guidance counselor or working with children in some type of way as well, like you found your calling. So you're ready to dive into that, like going into next year. And for some of you, this is like you finally being willing to open more up romantically in some sort of way. And when it comes to responsibilities and when it comes to more commitment, you're ready to take things to the next level. And for some, that is going to be about you having children or even adopting children as well. By the end of this year, like you're going to be really thinking about a lot of that and starting the process of it. And then we have the Hermit. So I do feel like this is what I was talking about, that some of you water signs have been really to yourself a lot, and you've been feeling alone in some sort of way. Maybe you feel like you couldn't open up to someone about something, or a lot of your life you just felt like you've been alone and you haven't really found your tribe or your connection that you've been wanting and searching for your entire life. For some of you, this is about you really being in a moment and period of self discovery, and you're just opening yourself up to like new experiences and getting out of your comfort zone in general. You're not wanting to just stay to yourself anymore. And for some, it's going to be about you needing to turn within yourself, especially before this year ends, and just kind of reminisce and reflect on certain things so that you can be better prepared for moving forward in general. Can you please clarify the Hermit? I'm going to leave this card out. Yeah, we have the Seven of Cups. One more, please. And the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so for some of you, this is like you've been weighed down mentally about whether or not you should try again with something. For some of you, this is related to you just closing yourself off from the world or closing yourself off from certain people. And you're wondering, like, if people deserve second chances with you, if they deserve any chances with you anymore. This also is about just you showing up in the world again as yourself. You've just been going back and forth, like whether or not you should try again because you've been through so much, and your heart has been heavy, over the years, and you've been doing a lot of healing. So during that process of healing, during that time of healing, you might have gone back and forth a lot about whether or not you need to give the world a chance, give people a chance to get to know you, if you should allow other people in, and things like that. And then for others of you, this is about like you thinking about more responsibility, more maturity, more growth that you need to partake in. And for others of you, that I said that you just needed time to yourself, this has to do with you, getting that moment, because this Two of Pentacles for you is representing that you've been having too much on your plate, and now you need to like figure out your balance. You need to figure out what you're going to do, whether you're going to take things off your plate or whether you're just going to prioritize differently in general. And then we have the Seven of Cups. So this is what I was getting when I picked up that some water signs that are listening are you've been in this position where you have been isolated from the world or to yourself for too long, for a while, like the man on this card, like you've really been thinking what you need to do to get yourself out of that space. Maybe you told yourself years ago that you would only be in that space for a short amount of time, and then it ended up turning to years before you knew it. And so now you're trying to figure out like how do you get yourself out of that space? And it's been a long process of you, um, with trial and error trying to figure this out, especially if you've isolated yourself, like you kind of put yourself in a box and now you're trying to break free from that box, and you're trying to come out of a illusion because you were like in some sort of different reality and now you're trying to get a lot more grounded. And with the snake, I feel like you've been taking time to learn, the steps, all the steps that you need to take, including with the ladders. I feel like there's different levels to what you've been going through. So you've just been learning how you can basically flow again, in general. And then we have the King of Pentacles here. So I think this is why water signs is definitely going to be celebrating, because you finally figured out how you can feel a lot more comfortable with your environment, with your surroundings. You figured out how to make things work for you, and really prioritize just your mental health and emotional health and spiritual health first. And that's beneficial for everything that you want to partake in everything that you want to get involved in, as far as, business and friendships and, even associating with other people in general. Like, this helps you put you in that better mindset and have a different perspective overall. So by the end of this year, like, for some of you, you are going to see that your finances are going to be more increased, and you're going to be much more in a space that you feel like you've matured when it comes to the way that you're handling your money, or the way that you're prioritizing like your responsibilities. You're going to be more on top of everything. And then we have the Three of Wands. So with this, I'm just getting like this has to do with you being extremely ready for what's next and all the opportunities that are coming into you. And you're also ready to go out there, and get out of your comfort zone more, getting to what you've been needing for yourself. Um, And so for some of you, this is really huge. Like, you really shouldn't take it lightly, because you've been working at this for a long time to get to this point that you're going to feel more comfortable putting yourself out there, getting back out there in some sort of way. So you really have to celebrate, when the time comes for you, when you feel like you're ready to. But I feel like you should start celebrating now, until the year ends. You should just continuously celebrate, because you're celebrating also for the blessings and everything that is arriving and coming into you. So, Spirit, from this card deck, what are the messages that you have for water signs about what they can expect by the end of this year, 2021? Oop. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have manifestation. So you have been manifesting something practically all year for some of you, and that manifestation is going to come through. That manifestation is going to come into fruition. And if it's not this year for you, it really is becoming closer for you to accept by the time next year starts. But it really is about something that you've worked so hard for, that you prayed for, that you've been, had on your mind for a long time, about what you've been trying to bring in. This could be something from years ago that's going to come into For some of you, it's about like something that you've manifested for years, but maybe you haven't thought about it in a while. And so now you're finally going to see it come into you. And we have prosperity underneath that. So this really has to do with physical prosperity, as well as for some of you, it's going to be spiritual and emotional, like just the upliftment in your mood and peace in your heart. You know, some of the things that you ask for doesn't always have to be physical, that you ask God for, the universe for. It doesn't always have to be physical, but you are definitely receiving some physical rewards, some physical material things as well. Especially, you know, since the holidays are coming around, a lot of you are going to be in the giving mood, but you also have to open yourself up to receive as well, because you're going to be receiving a lot, not just gift wise for the holidays, but also from the universe, because you've been working very extremely hard. So we do have for your first card, family in reverse. So just give me a moment. This goes into a message of what I was saying earlier, that some of you are finally going to be focused on leveling up in some sort of way when it comes to family. You'll be thinking a lot more, not only just about yourself um, anymore. It's going to be about something bigger than you, something more than you. Maybe this is even thinking about moves that you want to make for your family, so that, you know, everything elevates for each and every one of you. And so upgrades, you're thinking about all the upgrades that you can make and things that you can do so that you can put your family into a new environment as well. For some of you, like, this is about you either thinking about moving, or you're literally starting to pack up and get to your destination, you know, that you've been, that dream home, that dream space, that dream town, state that you've been really wanting to move to. And that's a huge accomplishment for some of you. Also, I'm getting like any type of family issues. Some family issues are really going to be addressed for some of the water signs. Um, During the holidays, like the things that you've been kind of avoiding and try not to really talk about or really address, especially like, I will say that there will be like secrets or certain things exposed to you, maybe things that you had no idea about, and they don't necessarily have to be negative. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of addressing family issues or some type of family dysfunction for some of you is going to be addressed. And, you know, it's going to be up to you guys from there about where you want to take things. For some of you, you might decide that you don't want to be involved with certain family members and stuff anymore either. I'm also picking that up. But that's going to be a choice out of self-love and out of just you wanting to put yourself first and wanting to expand, you know, especially if you haven't grown up with or had the supportive family, or you feel like your family was really dysfunctional. I see that for some of you, you're going to finally decide just to walk away and maybe even focus on starting your own family as well. And it's not even out of negativity, it's more so because of your mental health and emotional health. Can you please clarify family in reverse? Yeah, we have good luck. One more, please. and confidence. And then underneath that, we have financial health. So for some of you that are thinking about moving away or expanding your family in some sort of way, like leveling up, it has to do with something along the lines of your finances. So maybe you got like a certain job offer somewhere, or you're just looking for a actual career instead of just working a 9 to 5. Like you want to run your own business, or you want to do something, out of your comfort zone that you haven't usually done all the time. And then we have forgiveness underneath the deck too. So I feel like that has to do with you finally wanting to move forward in general, past, like I said, some of the issues. Like there's going to be some forgiveness. Maybe if you already have been like in this hard space with your family in general, like you're finally going to find your strength to forgive, and that space within yourself to forgive others, or someone's going to be forgiving towards you as well. And there's going to be a lot of those sentimental like conversations, and you're going to decide like whether you want to forgive and keep that person in your life, or if you want to forgive and just move forward in general. And it's okay if you choose forgiveness and not be able to still stay connected to someone if you feel like you can only love them from a distance. And then we also have good luck. So I feel like with either decision that you make about your family, you do have luck on your side in general, water signs, in some sort of way. So if you prayed, like I said, if you're a prayer and you prayed about what you've been wanting about your family, including about certain conversations or forgiveness or communication to get better, I do see that that is something that's going to come through for you. And um it's something that, if you believe in God and the universe and your guides being there present with you, your ancestors being there present with you, like they're going to be present during the conversation, or, during the time that your family needs healing as well. And then we also have confidence. So I feel like whatever decision you decide to go with as well, you're going to have confidence, whether that's you deciding to move to a different space with your family, deciding to take on more responsibilities, or even needing to walk away from certain people. Like you're going to have confidence, and you're going to gain confidence even if you don't fully feel it right away. Like that's what you're doing this for, so you can keep your confidence, so you can remain who you are without changing who you are. Oh, I forgot these other cards over here. So we also have animals that came out the deck for your second card. Um this is letting me know that some of you are going to be receiving like certain signs and messages from animals. So pay attention, like if they're coming across your path, or if you're receiving certain animal messages, like while you're scrolling online or while you're sleeping, because there's going to be like an important message that you need to obtain, that you can also do your research on, after seeing a certain animal, look it up online, see what the spiritual message is behind the animal. Um, and then I also see that this is a way that for some of you, your ancestors connect to you through certain animals or through certain signs in nature or things in nature in general. So if you can, if you live in a space where you can get outside and the weather's good enough, like try to get outside. But I see this as like you having a deeper understanding of yourself you know, by the end of this year. For some of you, you may, you know, have been in that space where you've been trying to find yourself again. And so I see like you have a much more understanding of who you are. You're able to flow with your intuition. You're able to also able to just instinctively pick up on certain things, and maybe it's things that you might have overlooked at first, but now you're much more aware of your surroundings and like what you need moving forward in some sort of way. And you're much more, your intuition is a lot more stronger as well when it comes to like guiding you on where you need to go and what you need to do. Can you please clarify animals? Okay, we have clarity. So yeah, for some of you, you're going to be receiving clarity like when you decide to get out into nature or look at those animal signs, like you're going to get a huge message from it. That's everything you need for your balance, because we have the Justice card. It's everything you need to make a choice or a decision as well. That's going to help you to feel more comfortable. And then the last card we have is closure. So by the end of this year, water signs, you can also expect some type of closure to take place. Obviously, with a connection that you really care about, or it could be closure about something that happened in your past that you've been trying to heal from or get over. Like you're really going to have a sense of closure and more peace within yourself about moving forward. Can you please clarify closure with one card, please? Okay. Sorry, I had to pick up my card off the floor. Wasn't even expecting to get in the camera, but whatever. One more for closure. Yeah, for some of you, it's going to be closures about certain friendships and certain answers that you've been needing, about certain support or connections within your life. And for some, it's about like forgiving and being able to move forward. In general, whether it's with or without the person in your life still, but you finally get closure like that you want to move forward. And then some of you, it's about you finally receiving closure about your past so you can finally be open for newer connections and open to receive like new support, new guidance, be surrounded by new like-minded people as well. So you're really going to have your justice over some sort of situation by the time the year comes to an end, water signs. So what message, speaking of animal messages, Spirit, what are the animal messages that you have for the water signs that they can expect by the end of this year? It's an encouraging message. more, please. 2 cards. Need 1. Okay. So your first card is the Peacock Spirit, and it says, let it shine. So for water signs, this is your encouraging message to just show off and be yourself, be open to expressing yourself. And this is something that you're going to get more comfortable with and may really become a theme for you about the end of this year and going into the next. And you're really going to be focused on just shining your light and spreading your love to the world, spreading what you love to the world as far as your passions go, and whatever it is that you truly want to do. And for some of you, that's not to be taken lightly because you have been in the space for a while, that you have been able to feel comfortable with self-expression or comfortable with speaking up on something or doing something just for yourself. So you're finally going to be able to give yourself that permission to shine your light and, step more into the light, step more into being seen and being heard. And then we also have Coyote Spirit, trust and divine detour. So something unexpected may come up, like it might go along the lines like you unexpectedly feel like you have to confront something or let something go, let someone go. And spirit is just saying like you're going to handle and know what to do, as this detour comes. Like, don't stress or worry about it. For some of you, you've already been in this space within your life that you feel things have already gotten off track. You haven't felt like you're on track, but your message is that you are exactly where you need to be. You were brought to a different decision or to a different direction for a reason, because spirit has a bigger plan for you. And so now you're opening up your eyes into seeing that plan and seeing why the divine detour needed to happen in the first place. So, what is something that water signs can expect to take place or come in for them by the end of this year, spirit, with this card deck? And one more, please. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have Lilac. And again, there's the Fool card being shown. So I do feel like this is you can expect like to be willing to take risks, to get out of your comfort zone, to really be able to move forward, past the challenges that have come up in your past or that are part of your past. Like, you're also going to be much more in a fun, playful, light type of energy. Maybe things have really been heavier for you this year. So I feel like things are finally starting to lighten up for you as well, water signs. And so we also have Mint at the bottom of the deck, and it says daydream, fantasy, imagination. So I feel like that's what you're going towards, like some of those bigger dreams and goals that you've been imagining for yourself and You're finally opening up to it. And for your first card we have is Ruby. So you're definitely going to be gaining your strength. We have fearlessness, strength, and warrior. So you're going to be gaining your strength over certain things that you've gone through and finally gaining your confidence back after going through like a really long, rough period in your life. And it could be like for some of you, years that you've been facing something. So you're finally going to feel upliftment in your mood and your spirit in general. And then we have gray, business, duty, and obligation. So I do feel like this has to do with, you know, business opportunities or new projects, or as well as like a promotion of some sort taking place, or this could be about you deciding to run your own business as well, maybe even opening up to work with new business partners, or deciding to expand your business in some sort of way. By the end of this year, you're going to be making plans for that, or seeing results within your business in general. And then we have orchid, rare, uncommon, and unique. So I get a sense like for some of you, you're going to be owning your uniqueness. For the very first time in your life, you're going to feel comfortable to be yourself, and to see things that were weird about you, that you felt were weird about you, but no one else looked at it that way. You're finally going to be wearing certain things, as a badge of honor that's made you different. For some of you, this is about something very rare is going to come up or take place or happen for you. Maybe this is about your comeback. Like I said, for some of you, you've been feeling your entire life that you had to hide, or you didn't feel comfortable in certain ways with other people. So something very rare is about to happen in your life, and things is about to take a turn and change for the better for you. Um, as far as your perception goes, and as far as like your life is turning out, like you're going to see that it's turning out better than it started and better than you ever expected. Okay, one more message for the water signs, just about what they need to hear, something that they can reminisce on about their year up to 2021. One more. Oops. One more, please. Okay, so we have journey within and stay open-minded. So with that, I'm just getting like you just need to think about your growth, your change, all the ways that you've matured. Think about certain experiences that you've had that have really helped you this year. Especially that's going to encourage you to stay more open-minded moving forward. And think about like lighter things that are going to really bring you joy, happiness, and peace, and things that you're really hopeful for and still wanting to see. Like, just keep your mind focused on those type of goals and those type of things. I'm going to end this live and start another one for the other sign. So next I will be doing the earth signs.